All right, folks. I'm Tony Herrman. I'm the city's public information manager here, and I'm joined with Ember Batelaan. Is that how you pronounce your last name? She's the city planner. We're at the administration office in the Landmark Center, and we are here to discuss the Heartbeat Creative District Survey that launched today. We have it's accessible on the Creative District project on Engage Hastings, and that the address for Engage Hastings is engage.cityofhastings.org, and in this case it would be / I think creative-district maybe.
Yeah.
So the survey went live today. It's available on Engage Hastings. It's also available at several locations. We've got kind of the traditional locations, the library, the museum, then we've got a couple other places. We have where your office is, the Development Services Office at 3505 Yost Avenue. We have it here, the Landmark Center, and that address is 2727 West 2nd Street, suite number 424, so in the southeast corner of the building. We also have, it's at a couple places in downtown, the Frahm Bar at 647 West 2nd Street, Bryant Books and Gifts, and Bryant Books and Music at 625 West 2nd Street, and then the United Way and Chamber of Commerce, and the address for that is 301 South Burlington Avenue.
And we actually have two more places added to that list as well. We have the First Street Brewery off of Hastings Avenue, not quite sure the exact address, as well as the Calico Cottage, Plum, Nelly, and the other art stores.
That's great. And do you anticipate adding any more over the course of the month that the survey is going to be live?
We've reached out to a couple of other places downtown as well as throughout Hastings. So if we hear back from them, potentially there could be more. And that information will be available on the Engage Hastings page.
Okay. So we're here. I just wanted to talk to you about the survey and about the creative district. So I guess, Ember, could you start by just talking about what a creative district is and why that's something that we as the city wanted to pursue?
Yeah, a creative district is actually a statewide program run by the Nebraska Arts Council. And this is a program that's intended to promote art in our community. There's already 29 certified creative districts in Nebraska. So if certified, we'd be the 30th.
Cool. So the survey asks for, has some demographic information, questions about that, perceptions of downtown, and there was perceptions on art and culture and volunteering. Could you talk about, I guess, just those different aspects, why those were included in the survey and why that's important to get feedback about those specific issues?
Yeah, so I'll start off with the background and demographic information. One of the main points of feedback that we got from the Nebraska Arts Council earlier in our application process is that we needed to get more feedback from underrepresented groups, minority groups, just more public participation in general. So with this background, we're hoping to be able to show the Nebraska Arts Council that we have indeed reached out to the public. We want people's feedback, and that's our way of showing it. Then the perceptions on downtown as well as art. This creative district, since it will be in downtown, it's part of multiple projects going on in downtown at this time, including the Rethink Our Streets project. So with that, feedback for downtown could potentially inform that project as well. And then since this is focused on art as an economic driver, we felt that it would be important to ask some questions that were specifically focused on art. And then obviously with the volunteering aspect, in order to get these types of projects off the ground and to make sure it's an ongoing success, it's important to have volunteers to work on it.
Okay. And it's available in English and Spanish?
Yeah, it is. Both online and in paper, there's English and Spanish copies of it, and this is also part of that, trying to get more varied feedback and making sure it's accessible.
Okay. And I believe work started on this. I know it started on this before either you or I started working for the city. I think maybe at the end of 2022. Does that sound right to you from what you know?
Yeah, I think like December 2022 is when they originally started this process. So personally, I have been involved with it now for the past 6 months. But before that, it was the business improvement director, Megan, at the time. And then Sarah Tall also was involved with the process.
Okay. And part of the process also is the Pulse team. Where, I guess, could you talk about that, the members of the Pulse team and how they fit into this?
Yeah, so the Pulse team stands for Partners Undertaking Local Solutions for Expressions, and this is a group that we put together to work on this application, and this group includes people from the Chamber of Commerce, the city, business improvement district, artists and residents throughout downtown and also the city in general, to make sure that we have this varied feedback for our creative district project.
And really anyone who wants to can join the Pulse team, right?
Yeah, and that's part of what those volunteering questions on the survey are as well. We have various categories that we would like help in, so we're asking for email addresses, and then we could reach out for you to either join the Pulse team or just general help. And
there's probably, about 20 members right now?
At this point, I think we're up to close to 40 members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this survey will be available at the locations and on Engage Hastings through May 31st. I think you had said it may possibly be extended beyond that too, but... Yeah,
the goal at this point is to just have it run to May 31st, but if we don't get enough feedback by that point, then yes, we may extend it.
Okay. Is there a goal for feedback?
I mean, honestly, as many responses as possible, but we hope to at least get between 20 to 50. If we get into the hundreds, that would obviously be awesome.
Okay. So after the survey closes, what are the next steps after that?
Yeah, so after this survey finishes, we'll analyze the results, and once those results are analyzed, they will also be made available on the Engage Hastings website. And then that feedback from the public will be used to inform our strategic plan that we'll work on starting probably around June till October, which is when we intend to submit this plan.
Okay. So, and one of the benefits of being part of or having a creative district in your community is then that creative district would have access to different forms of outside funding, right? Yeah. So since this is a state program, there's 2, potentially 3 grants that we would be eligible for at that point in time. At the point in time where you get certified, you're eligible for a $10,000 certification grant. At that point in time, we'd also be able to apply for an additional $250,000 grant. And the city would also be eligible to apply for an additional fund grant with a creative district as a partner. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all the things I wanted to touch on. Was there any other information associated with the survey or the creative districts in general that you wanted to get out to the public?
Well, just one last comment is if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want to be interested, contact information is also on that Engage Hastings website, and I look forward to receiving feedback. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.